Hello, my name is Carlos, and I'm going to show you express way to submit bug reporting, to report a bug on any of our applications in GoToTruckers. Okay, we first begin with the URL of the bugging to the bug tracking application, which is here. Okay, the application is called Mantis. Okay, the first thing that Mantis is going to show you is the login screen. Okay, once you have a user, you should enter your user. Excuse me. And your password. And then you enter your dashboard, which you can, among other things, report an issue, but view the status of the issues that are open, or have been closed, is resolved, etc. So let's report an issue. Report an issue is fairly easy. You go to the menu on the left and press the report the issue button. Okay, the first thing that you have to note is that you need to select a project. Right now we have two projects defined: the mobile application and the web application. Suppose that we are going to report something on the web application, so we select the web app project. Okay, you could make the default project, so every time you want to report something, it's going to be reported as a bug or as an issue on that project. It's up to you. So we press the select project button, and we are ready to report our issue or a new issue. Okay, every project has different categories. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, this project in particular doesn't have any category defined. Okay, it might be things like user interface, or load board, or truck board, etc. I mean, it's up to the administrator to define these categories. Okay, for now we have a general category in which every feature or bug report is going to be. Okay, the reproducibility is the ability for you to reproduce the bug. Okay, if you can reproduce the bug every time you want, if you follow certain steps, then you should put always. Okay, if it's somehow random, you put random or sometimes. Okay, or if sometimes happen to you that you don't know how to reproduce, you will put unable to reproduce. Let's say that we are going to put always. Okay, the severity is important because it's going to show how urgent is this bug to be fixed. Okay, so if for example it's something that you should want, you will want for the application to have, you put it as a feature. Or if it's a very simple bug, very little detail, it's a trivial, and from that on, if it's something that will not allow you to work, you can't put crash or block. Okay, this is something very important that won't allow you to do a certain kind of very important job, major, and that kind of thing. So let's I don't know, minor. Let's say the priority. Okay, the priority is somehow related to the severity, that sometimes you need for this to be fixed as soon as possible. Normally, there is a correlation between something that is major and something that has high priority. Okay. The profile is normally filled to describe the environment that you were using when the bug happened. Okay, and this has makes perfect sense if you are on Windows or you are on a Mac. Okay, you should maybe mention the browser. It's very important. Okay, because different browser has different compatibility issues with features on web applications. In this particular example. Okay. For now, obviously, the only person that you are going to assign to is Sensing, which is myself. Okay, which is later you are going to assign it to somebody else when the development team grows. But for now, it's Sensing. The summary is a small description of the bug or the feature or whatever you want to express here. Let's say that okay, this is a feature. Okay, I want it to have on the application. Okay, that means that then you describe it when you first okay, and if it's a bug, you should write here the steps to reproduce whatever is happening. Okay, so okay, and if you have images, well, additional information is not for images. If you want to upload that file, which you have a screen of the error, that's the place to do it. Okay, you can upload, okay, or maybe you can drag and drop your image. Okay, and then when you are done with all the information, and this is very important, if this is a bug, the more information you give the developer, the better. If you have a sure way to replicate the error, the best is to put a description as tight as possible of how to reproduce, because otherwise the developer won't be able to properly reproduce the situation, and the time it takes to fix it is going to take it's going to be longer. Okay, nobody wants that. So I encourage whoever is going to help us with this bug reporting to be as accurate as possible. Okay, because this error is going to be fixed and you're going to see the fix. and you are going to see the report that the bug is fixed. Okay, and you are going to receive a product of this. Okay, so the better documented this is, the fast you're going to get results. All right. So at the end, then you submit the issue with the button, and there you go. Okay. You can see the issues. Okay. This is all right. So if you see in your view, you could see tickets that are assigned to you if you were a developer, or are reported by you or by others. Okay, and you can just query them to see the status. Okay, once the bug or the feature is processed, its status is going to change. Okay, and you can update with more information. Also, the developer will update this. Sometimes, if the bug is not properly documented, normally the developer is going to complain about it and ask you for more information, and then you are going to receive emails with these updates. I suggest that you see them and you answer them. All right. So obviously this has many more features. Okay, I encourage you to take a look and to start using it to report issues, because this is the proper way to help in the development of a good software. All right. So I think that this covers this bug reporting function that we want to implement. Thank you very much for your time.